The reason I created the Library Cafe Ghana is because it's too late to wait. That's what the sister is saying. It's too late to wait. It's too late to wait. For me, I felt as if the Library Cafe Ghana was the precipice for change, because I took some time creating it. Actually, I should say we took some time creating it. It was a conglomeration of conversations and situations, classroom experiences, and just various layers of thinking about a problem or a circumstance that's going on in the world right now. And always, I guess it's been going on a long time. What's at the core of it is why is it so difficult or challenging for people to work and live in harmony, in unity? What happens when we take on these perspectives of above or below? Because all the holy books I've ever heard quoted have read so above, so below, you know. So it looks like it's balances all around. Well, I had this idea about who I am and wanting to connect with her, you know. So I created the Library Cafe Ghana. It's a symbol of all of these different fragments of me, pieces of me that come together to make a whole garment. And that garment includes everybody and everything, because it's all relevant to the one garment, you know. So I've been questioned a lot, like, why do you want to do this thing? And I've been questioned a lot, like, you know, how is it going to benefit our lives? And you know, that old saying that Martin Luther King said, and quite a few other people who worked for the people, say he might not see it while he's there, but he knows he put some things in place that will bring it forward. Because I've got, recently I've got this motto that I'm making love. You know, I'm putting in the ingredients to make love all the time. So I'm putting in kindness, I'm putting in patience, I'm putting in forgiveness, I'm putting in, you know, any of those things that make love. And I'm making it in all of these different dosages, different ways. You know, like I'm going to talk to you later about the sage plant and the blueberries, and how dealing with them in different ways creates different results for different ailments that all have a common antidote of love. Anyway, I digress, I guess. So I want to thank you for being here, because my vision for the Library Cafe Ghana is way beyond what do you call this? And a technology exchange, you know. It's a techno exchange, most definitely, but there's something way deeper, something way more significant than the techno thing. It's the reaching out of me to you. And somehow when I get to you, that connection that we make. You know, I watch this show all the time called 90 Day Fiancé, and these people who've connected over these far distances. And then when they finally see each other again in person, it's like, wow, you know, words are not necessary. And I remember what Dr. Africa used to talk about, bless him, for may he be in bliss. He would say, in Africa, people didn't, though they spoke hundreds of languages, maybe even thousands, they spoke less, you know, no need for the need for words. Because when we resulted, I'm getting sent a beautiful chat message letting me know that the internet is taking me in and out of loops, but I am going to let spirit work through this plane of time and space. And I'm going to just keep manifesting the connection that we are having in this moment. You know, it's too late to wait. I can't wait for you anymore. Let's reach to each other and connect so that we can make the togetherness, the unity that we all so desperately need. So, okay, so here I am with this vision, Library Cafe Ghana, and I've got about 15 more minutes. I didn't realize it was as much time as it is, but I'm beginning to relax in the time and say, okay, let me just get it all out, because sometimes I think things about the things I say, and I'm my worst critic, so whatever that's about. Anyway, let me say, we are here to enjoy these blessings of moments, these treasures of time. And so I created the Library Cafe Ghana. No, we created the Library Cafe Ghana, only it's coming through me. Wow. Okay, so I am the vessel for the Library Cafe Ghana. And the unfolding has been tremendous. The birthing has been amazing. I had to go home and meet my mate, which was the thing that led me to, or I should say my mates, which were the things that led me to meeting the people that I met in my 3-month stay in Ghana, who would connect with me in such a way, and that we could and would empower each other to stand taller and to be, you know, with stronger constitution, to be more forthright in achieving this thing of there being peace and there being unity, because there is unity, you know, because I've sat with this other person and I've gotten this understanding about them without judgment and criticism and all of the negative things that we could possibly come, that distrust brings to the table with us. So, yeah. So I created the Library Cafe Ghana with this vision in mind of a big place, you know. Oh, it's gonna be a restaurant. It's gonna be, you know, it's kind of like this. It's got a marketplace on one side, on the right side, and then on the left side, it's got the library arm, you know, with this magnificent labyrinth and a garden and a glassed-in enclosure in Ghana, you know, where people would always come, like almost like an ashram or something, you know, place people can always come to be restored. But then I put this name on it that says, for the upliftment and encouragement of African people. And I did that for my great, 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 great grandmother and grandfather. And if I say grandmother, I'm including my grandfather. So people say, well, why did you do that? I mean, why couldn't you just include all people, you know? And well, I did it for a particular reason. You know, the reason of, I should have kept this darn thing off the thing. So the reason of paying homage to where I come from, where my roots are. Why do I consider myself African? Because I was part of, and am still part of, that downtrodden, that bottom of the barrel life experience by force. Because I know it's not true. It's not true. It's just not true. I lived through that, so I am an African. Yes, and I stand on that very, very strongly. Some people say they're an African because they were born in Africa. Some people say they're an African because they were, they get the Africa's in their blood. That some people say they're African because their ancestors are African. But like, this is like pouring a libation. When I take responsibility for that, by naming this cafe in this way, it's like pouring a libation. You know, the beautiful sister who's hopefully going to be speaking, she's Native American and no, Native Indian, because Indian is closer to Indigenous, and that is the reason they have told me that they wish to be called Native Indian. So Native Indian people of North America, wish are the wonderful, beautiful sister who's coming to speak. She's a Native Indian, and she is also a singer. And she did a song called Say My Name. You know, if I should die tomorrow at the hands of a policeman, and they called it a suicide, would you cry for me? Would you remember me? You know, that kind of thing. Oh, I'll play it for you later. But anyway, in any count, I only have 10 minutes left, so I'm really thinking of time summing this up. I feel like Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmasters. Anyway, people have experienced similar things, and they relate to each other because of it. You know, I have been very harsh on people about usurping the need. But now this week, you know, usurping the need. Oh, you know, the Palestinians came out over the African thing before we could even get George Floyd's stuff figured out and everything. The Palestinians come out with something, and something else comes up in the white neighborhoods, and we get thinking about that. We forget. All right, so a little glitch. There's always a little glitch, especially when I get fiery. So sorry, so sorry. I will, because I'm always making love, so I have to remind myself to let anger subside. Whenever we get into those things of talking about stuff as we know it or as we see it, what's most important, what's more important, we must self-reflect. You know, the Native Indians say, deal with the hurt you carry. You know, you're responsible for that, because you might not know, but you're doing the same thing to somebody that they're doing to you. It's like some of my friends saying, kill all the white folk. You know, they don't mean it like that, but they're just so hurt. And I understand it. But they know that two wrongs don't make a right. You know, me going out and doing what you're doing to me don't make it right. So that to me is African, because that to me is remembering my grandmother's words to me, remembering my great auntie's commitment to Auntie Harriet, commitment to going back 500 times. I mean, not to, for 500 people, who knows how many times, but for 500 people, those are the things that keep me committed to my vision for the betterment of humanity. So I'm calling out their names when I say African, when I reach it, when I say it, when I put it out there like that. And it is my prayer the more we get together, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. When your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. So that thing of doing unto others as you'd have them do to you, exemplifying what you know is right, regardless of the circumstance, because that is the work that brings the transformation. Don't trying to balance the whole thing out by tipping the scales or turning it upside down. So now the black's on top and the white's on the bottom. I told you. I absolutely told you. I told you that they do not like it. The ancestors do not like it. They do not like it when I start getting all up in my feelings like that. So what am I saying to you? I'm saying that this Library Cafe Ghana is a tribute to our African ancestors. It is the definition of what makes us who we are. It is the roots for us all to connect with all over the world so that we can be rerouted into ourselves without question. Nobody can say, you're an African or you're an African. It doesn't matter, because I know my power. I know who I am. No more questions about it. So that's when my uncle went to Ghana. He spent his life from 1960, just before I was born. He spent his life from 1960, and I'm assuming he was probably in his 30s, maybe, with his family in Ghana. And that was before it was developed to where it is now. And the stories, the stories he would tell us, share with us. All right, well, I guess it's just about that closing time, so I'm going to put on just another little bit of that song for you while I switch over to Call to Prayer. Please come back. Please come back. Come back, little Sheba. Please come back. Okay. Or maybe I'll do a native, spirit guides this whole thing. So they're just, I push one button, they push another one. So I'm just going with the flow. Their choice is Watch Your Spirit Sing. Bawalela. See you in about 2 minutes in Call to Prayer.